Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. Guys, I have a new friend. I cannot wait for her to introduce herself to you, her first and last name, and the name of her blog and brand. Cher, how are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm Alle Pierce. I guess you would say a bunch of different things. I am a freelance host. I'm a content creator, travel content creator behind the blog Alle Abroad, and I do a whole bunch of other things, have a podcast, create content on Instagram, and yeah, I think that's about it.
Oh my God, that's it. That's it. That's all she does in her free time.
I'm sure there's something else that I forgot.
When I tell you guys, we are obsessed with her at This Is It TV. I scour the internet. I swear, guys, I am going deep into the gram, and I'm always looking for amazing people doing amazing things. And believe this girl is doing some amazing things. I'm so excited to meet with you. The energy that jumps off of all of your pages and through all of your content is just absolutely wonderful. Oh my gosh, absolutely wonderful. And the most, I think, unique thing, especially in the era of people that are putting out content these days, is that it just seems so authentic. I just could not wait to meet with you. Is it important for you to be authentic in putting out content?
1000%. So in my previous career as a TV news anchor and reporter, I would always love when people would say, "Oh, Alle, like you seem exactly the way you are on TV in person." And that always really stuck with me as like the ultimate compliment. And so I try to carry that out now in my new career and my new business on all my social media platforms to just be really authentic. And that it does come with time. I wasn't always, like showing up no makeup, no filter, pulling the curtain back on my life. It took some time to get there.
No, I understand that. I truly understand that. And I think it becomes more relatable for sure. And your audience really wants to tune in a number of different mediums. So let's talk about that. Some people are really kind of linear in one space, but you, like me, are on multiple mediums giving various messages. Do you find that that's difficult? Do you find that that's absolutely necessary? Would love to hear your opinion.
Yeah, I am such a podcast junkie, and my friend calls it like you're a continuing learner or a life learner or something like that. So I'm always consuming podcasts. And one of the things I've heard from a lot of people in the space is that you don't want to build your castle on borrowed ground. And so I think for a lot of Instagram influencers, they've got their Instagram. And what if, and it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, but what if one day Instagram goes away and then they've spent all this time, building their community, creating all this wonderful content, and then what? So I think spreading it out is really important. So I have like my blog, Alle Abroad, and that's where people go for destination guides and travel tips. I have my Instagram, which is definitely travel focused, but also kind of really a look inside like what the heck I'm doing day to day. And then, I've got my production company where we work with travel. Well, not so much right now, but
Fair enough.
we work with hotels and tourism boards, and that's kind of probably the biggest part of my business. And then I also have a podcast with a company based here in Chicago called Cliquish, where we teach female content creators how to build and profit in their online businesses. So I'm all over the place.
But you know what I love about that space, and people say that often, when we have, a series of different things going on as women, as entrepreneurs, and the way that I really love to describe it is no one gets lost in the target. Right? So Target sells a lot of different stuff, but no one's like, oh my God, I'm so confused. You're not confused. You buy a lot of unnecessary things, but you're not confused, right? Yeah. Because everything has its own aisle. And it sounds like everything you do has its own aisle. So if you're looking for travel, you're in a space. If you're looking to be on Instagram and being able to communicate with your content, distribute your content that way, it seems so organized. It was one of the things that we loved when we're reaching out and trying to find amazing people to be part of our community and to share with all of you out there. It was so well done, and the message is so clear that you can do anything, which is super fun.
I think that definitely also is something that comes with time. And also too, like, it's so nice to hear you say that, but a lot of times I feel as if like I don't know what I'm doing. Does this make sense? Do people know what I don't know. Like, so thank you for validating me in that way.
Yeah.
I have sometimes a raging case of imposter syndrome.
No, but it's hard. And for those ladies that are out there that are listening and watching, when you're in it, right? You can't see the forest through the trees, right? You're like, oh, is that even making sense? Like, is anybody going to listen? Is anybody going to watch? But I think that just doing, is part of it. Did you find that for these particular entities that you were creating, it was just kind of a trial and error type of thing that you had to go after?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just kind of like throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. And maybe that's not exactly like the best strategy, but also too, I have a friend who's a career coach, and right now she's really talking about something that resonated with me is like, you have to go with what flows right now. And so if there was like, I hate Twitter, and Twitter has its purpose, but I do not belong on it. And so I think it's also kind of going with what platform really resonates and it makes sense for you and for your brand. And so don't feel as if you have to be on all the platforms, because that could be overwhelming. You should maybe have an account on a few things, like maybe try them out, like TikTok right now.
Yeah.
I've just started doing TikTok. I really fought it.
I have to find you.
Oh, okay. Yes. There's a lot of dance videos on there because I used to dance, and that's like my way of like kind of doing that again. But I think try things out, see how it works for you. And if it doesn't serve your brand or your community, then like,
and then it's totally not necessary. I truly believe that. I think it's really about focusing on your brand and your community. I have a number of different folks that where their brands are in that sole professional space, and they're murdering it on LinkedIn like, in a weird way. They're just doing it. Where other people are like, it's crickets. And then Twitter is just a very brand-centric space. Like, brands respond to me very well on there, but at the same time, the energy is really off for me. I'm a very cheerful person, very joyous, and you can get lost in a lot of negative talk in that space. So I like to be, where the joy is. So Instagram and Facebook are our biggest happy places. I joined on TikTok. First of all, I thought that I was going to be, it would be like, ma'am, you're in the wrong place, ma'am. You went left and you should have went right? So I was like,
app goes, do you want to be here? Are you sure?
You sure you want to be here? But then I found my tribe on TikTok. A bunch of other inappropriate women were on TikTok laughing with me and being part of it. And I think that, to your point, I so agree with you. It's about finding your rhythm and not necessarily doing everything.
Yep, absolutely. And being really grounded at the end of the day in your why. Like, why are you doing this? And for me, the reason I'm doing any of this is I love the feeling I get when someone says, Ali, I went to that one restaurant that you recommended in Dubrovnik, Croatia, and I had that same thing that you had, and actually the owner came over and he remembered you. And then, like when someone has that experience and it's based on an experience that I had, that then I know that they could have that equal amazing experience. Like, that's why I want to do what I'm doing, and that's what I'm hopefully helping my community with. And so when you're grounded in that, whatever platform you're on, and no matter what your following is, you feel as if you're making hopefully a difference.
Oh, absolutely. And it sounds like you are making an impact. And for those of you out there, whether you have 5 followers or 50,000 followers, that is the goal and objective, for people to know you more today than yesterday and make sure that they remember you in a positive way. My friend, I want for people to follow, fan, and like you. I want for them to know everything that you've got going on. If they choose to do so, and I know they will, where would they find that information?
I would say the best place to go would be probably Instagram. And it's simple. It's just my first and last name, except I spell Alle strangely. So it's ALLE, and then the last name is Pierce. And there you can then head to my blog or, my podcast or all the different things. So it's kind of a good landing place.
Absolutely love that. So again, you've got the directions for the Alle journey. You have to get on this trip. I'm telling you, it is going to be worth it. You will be all in it. It is so much fun. And she truly creates amazing content. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. From all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Cheldin Barlatt Rumer, and we will see you soon. Take care.